On Wednesday, July 2nd, hundreds of teens from around the Diocese of Scranton will be gathering here at Misericordia University to take part in the 8th annual Light the Fire Youth Rally. Joining me now to discuss the event in greater detail is Steve Wallo, Director of the Abington Catholic Youth Ministry. Steve is also one of the founding members and principal coordinators of Light the Fire. Steve, for the benefit of people who may not be that familiar with the rally, how would you describe it and what your primary mission is?
I think the easiest way to describe it, it's a one-day event where Catholic students from all over the diocese and surrounding dioceses come together and just kind of explore their faith a little bit more. In terms of, we have students who are really rock solid in faith who come to this event. We have students who are searching in faith that come to this event. But it's a day where they can really explore, no matter what level they're on, really what it means to be Catholic and be a young adult Catholic in the church today, in terms of different speakers and workshops, in terms of music, prayer, reconciliation, Eucharist. It's a full day where you can get what you're looking for out of it.
Looking ahead to this year's rally, what can we expect? What are some of the highlights?
Some of the highlights are our keynotes this year are called Apex Ministries, and they're a group that we've seen, myself, some of our students on the planning committee and our adults, we've seen them at large-scale events, and we thought, boy, they're hysterical, they're fun guys, and we have to bring them in because people have to be able to see this. So you're going to get a hoot out of them. They're comedians. They do, it's almost like a Catholic vaudeville. They do a lot of juggling and bring people up on stage to interact. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a new band this year. We're changing things up with the Sean Patrick Malloy Band. They're from down in the Harrisburg Diocese. And just our workshops in general, we're excited about those too, because our students on the planning committee have been putting a lot of thought into what those will entail. And
as far as topics that are covered in the workshops, what are generally some of the areas you try to touch upon?
Yeah, a lot of them are going to be specifically focusing around prayer, what a prayer life means, how to just be Catholic day to day. Some of them might focus on, in school a lot of times, the topic of what it means to be Catholic comes up with your friends, or your friends might question your Catholic faith. And some of the workshops are going to focus on, well, how do I deal with that? And the big thing I think we see from a lot of our students is life is just so busy. How do we get past, or how do we make our faith not just another piece of the puzzle, but what we build our life upon?
The culmination of the day is the closing Mass with Bishop Bambera and a number of our diocesan priests. Why is that such a highlight?
I think for a lot of our students, they don't get to see our bishop on a day-to-day basis. A lot of times they may get to see him at confirmation or special event on a diocesan level, but this is something where he's right there and he's here for our students. And he just loves and enjoys being here at the event. You can tell with the smile on his face and his interactions with the students. And I think that shows to them how much he cares about them.
And we always have a very good turnout of our diocesan priests who make themselves available during the course of the day for reconciliation and whatnot. Why is that such a key element of what Light the Fire is all about, to see their support?
I think it's simply because sometimes in parishes, they're so big, and just like I mentioned with the bishop, sometimes you don't even get to see your priest other than on a Sunday. But knowing that he's there for you for this day, that's important. And to see so many of our clergy here is just really powerful, especially at the end when you get to see them all up on stage during the Eucharistic celebration. We barely have enough room to have them all up there at the same time, but it's just really powerful to be able to see them all there at once behind our bishop, and it really just gets a bigger picture of the universal church then too.
Last question, when these young people return home following Light the Fire, if they take nothing else home with them, what are you hoping they do take out of this event?
I'm hoping they do get, like I said, a bigger picture of the Catholic Church. That, you know, sometimes, especially in some region of our diocese, we have a lot of rural communities, and they might not get an opportunity to see what church really is on a larger scale as a Catholic, something big. So here they get to see their peers together, and I'm hoping that at the end of the day, when they go home, they see I'm not the only high school student out there who's excited about my faith. There's a lot of us out there.
Joining me now, it's a pleasure to welcome three members of the Student Planning Committee for Light the Fire, starting off with Kelsey Lotney and her sister Jamie, and Emily Johnson. All three ladies are from Our Lady of the Snows Parish community in Clark Summit. Kelsey, every year I come down here and I am amazed at the number of young people from around our diocese who look forward to this rally. What do you think it is about Light the Fire? Why do they get so excited about it?
I think like the workshops and like being able to see friends from other parishes, but also like the faith part and like the workshops, and Mass at the end is always my favorite with the bishop.
Why?
I think it's just so cool to have the bishop come to like one of our rallies, and it's just cool to see everyone come together to participate in Mass with the bishop.
And why is it so special when you see so many of our priests from around the diocese show up for that as well?
I think it's cool, like, because you really just become like really close with your father, and to see like everyone else and see like how they work together, and like just you see the unity in them. So
Jamie, for you, what is so special about this rally?
I just really like seeing all of my friends from other parishes and going to all the different workshops, like especially the ones that pertain to your life and learning more about your faith. And then also I really like reconciliation because everybody has the opportunity to go. And yeah.
And for you, Emily?
I think a lot of the kids are coming out of grade school classes where they find church to be boring and they don't think it's fun. And I think this is a really good opportunity to provide church as like a fun environment where we have priests outside playing ultimate frisbee and music inside, and it's just a great day.
And do you think it's a nice blend of the fun but also spiritual elements because of the fact?
Yeah, with adoration and reconciliation, all the keynotes, the workshops, it's just a fantastic day.
Bottom line, when young people attend this event, what are you hoping they do get out of it, if nothing else?
I'm hoping that they just grow stronger in their faith, as like I know I have from coming to Light the Fire, and just like have an overall fun day and meet some new people.
And Kelsey, when you think about the challenges that young people face today in high school and college, why do you think it's so important that young people today in the Catholic Church take advantage of events like this?
Just to like be able to share their faith openly with other people, and like become like united with a bunch of people that are also going through the same stuff that they are.
And Emily, do you think it's a little bit easier for young people to come to an event like this and talk about their Catholic faith when they look around and they realize they're not alone?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, surrounded by friends, it's a lot easier to say you're Catholic than when you're at school and you might be the only Catholic in your class, or the only one willing to say that you're the only Catholic in your class. So being surrounded and having this support system, you meet tons of people that you can make those friendships and continue being friends with them when you come home, and you know that you're not alone.
Jamie, is it our hope that when they do leave Light the Fire, that they take this message home to their respective parishes and talk about it? I mean, how important is that?
Definitely. It's really important that they bring the faith back into their everyday lives, because before you come to Light the Fire, you might just be like succumbing to like peer pressure, other things, and then like once you leave, you're like cleansed of all those things, and then you want to like continue that rather than go back to just the same way you were. And so it's like really important that you take something out of the day and don't just go back to the way you were.
Kelsey, you're getting ready to start a college career. When you think about your experiences over the last couple of years with Light the Fire, how do you think it's changed you personally?
I think I've grown in my faith, and I've also, like, because of the workshops, have been able to like learn how to express my faith without pushing it onto other people. So, and like to really go back on my faith when I'm struggling. So.
Emily, you personally, how do you think it's impacted your own life?
Light the Fire was probably one of my first experiences with youth ministry, so seeing that other people, other high school-aged kids, are willing to proclaim that they're Catholic in this world, and having this support system, it really helped me become Catholic in my own life, like not just say that I'm Catholic, but to be able to live it. So it really provides that experience that you need.
Jamie, for a young person that may be watching this today and is a little bit nervous or a little bit shy about attending an event like this because they really don't know what to expect. What do you think you would say to such a person in order to encourage them to try Light the Fire?
I would just try and tell them how much fun it is, because as much as it is faith, some people are scared of going into a day that they think it's just like, oh, love Jesus. But there's also a lot of fun on top of like faith. So like equally, like you will have as much fun as you will faith, and you'll grow stronger in your faith and friendships and just have an overall great day. So you should definitely come.
And do you think it's a little bit easier getting to know our diocesan priests in an event like this?
Definitely, because you can go up to any of them at any time. They're always willing to talk to you. You can go to reconciliation or just talk to them, and you'll just get to know them.
Emily, we talked a little bit about the closing Mass and the opportunity to celebrate that Mass with Bishop Ambera. Why is that so exciting to see our own bishop come down and be part of this?
It kind of shows the support that the bishop places in the youth of our church. A lot of people think that the church is only the adults and it's kind of just like a special society, but it's not. It's for everyone, and everyone is invited, and the bishop supports all of us while we're here today, well, on that day.